Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of AfterLife, our radio talk show. I am your host, David. I am the lead founder investigator of the Paranormal Investigators of Northern Minnesota. We are here tonight for a special reason. We have a special guest, the Haunted Ones, formerly known as SKAR Encounters. Let's bring out Scott Harvey and Amanda Lewis.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
How is it going?
Not bad. I actually just had a visitor jump on last second. So
With all of our animals that we got going on here.
I understand how that goes.
and
yeah, we
gone.
pretty much have a zoo. So don't be surprised if we have animals coming in and out during
Yeah.
the show tonight.
That's totally understandable. I know how that goes. We got dogs, cats, and a lot of them.
Yeah, we might have a ferret run through here at one point too. So we're still waiting to scoop him up and put him to bed.
Ooh, I would like to see a ferret. I've never seen one of those before.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they're kind of something new to me. I heard they're like guinea pig / big. I really don't know how to explain it. It's kind of a difficult one. Well, I guess you could say it's part of the rodent family, right?
They are.
Oh
shoot!
Weasel.
Marmots.
Yeah.
Marmots, basically, like a weasel. So like otters and stuff like that.
That's it. A weasel.
Yeah.
That's the one I was trying to figure out. Okay.
In Europe, they're called stoots, but they're smaller.
Oh, see, I would have never knew that. So I learn something new every day.
I'm an animal guy.
I know. Don't even get us started. We'll continue on about animals.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, honestly. That's actually a leopard gecko behind her.
Yeah, well, you can't see him, but that's
I got a snake in the other room, and I got a bearded dragon just outside a frame there.
Wow.
Like animals.
I would say the haunted ones with exotic pets.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
So just a little bit, who are you guys, and what's the new upcoming YouTube series, The Haunted Ones?
You wanna?
Yeah, I guess I can start off with it. So we first started off as a team. It's been almost 2 years for us now. So almost about 2 years ago, we started off as SKAR Encounters with us two and then two other original members. Our very first haunted location that we went to was Kosciuszko County Jail here in, what is it? Is it Warsaw, Indiana?
Yeah, Warsaw.
Yeah, Warsaw, Indiana. It started off where it was pretty much just us as friends doing this. We had only one of our friends within the team that had actually been on other paranormal teams before with any of this type of experience, and he knew we had interest in it. So by the time we went there, did our first investigation, we didn't have much of anything, honestly, barely any equipment. We still had a great time. We liked it so much that we decided to just kind of form a team, which is mostly how our name kind of got started at the time. So I know we've numerous times in the past have had people ask us what SKAR stands for, and it was actually the first letter of each of us original members' names. So until it's barely been a month is when we decided to change the name up. For a couple of months now, we downsized. So we went from being a full team there for quite a while, where we did residential cases aside from, booking haunted locations overnight. We decided to just kind of downsize to being a duo. And then eventually we decided we want to take a different step into things. So instead of doing what we've always done, just kind of having, our paranormal page on Facebook and going live on Facebook when we do our investigations, we wanted to do something new. So we are going to be pretty new to the YouTube world, but we came up with the Haunted Ones as our name, as well as our YouTube series. So it's basically going to be episodes. It's not going to be like a documentary or anything. We're going to have episodes at different locations that we go to throughout the year. I mean, do we want to give away any ideas or what the idea is, or do we kind of want to surprise people?
Well, yeah, I don't want to give out too much at this point. It is going to be something that it's not breakthrough, it's not never before seen, but we do hope to do things in a manner that is not as common, not as seen. With bringing seriousness, bringing history, and trying to actually use science and investigate, along with actually bringing in humor and different techniques, equipment, stuff like that. So we're heavy on the humor. I don't know if anybody's picked that up yet. I mean, her and I pretty much just goof off all the time. Our podcast shows that. But no, I would have loved to do like YouTube stuff before when we first got started, but I just wasn't ready. It comes with cameras and equipment, and audio is super important, which I didn't even think about. Lighting is probably the most important, but I'm super nitpicky. I'm a perfectionist, so I was never happy with anything that we came out with, so I just would never do anything with it. But now I have more equipment to help me get things to where I want it to be as far as like aesthetically. And now we just are working on the planning, the paying, and the actual filming of it, hopefully in the next few weeks. But yeah, it is. I actually did. You can see it in the back screen, but a little shameless plug, our stickers. We got like 5 or 6 left.
Yeah, we actually sold a pretty good amount. I was really happy to be able to see that. I didn't even think we were going to get all that much. Yeah. I kept thinking, maybe just like close friends to show their support. So pretty happy to see the amount of people that ordered it.
We have a store coming open too soon, hopefully. Just with like some of our merch. But that's not ready yet. I got to work on redesigning some stuff and hopefully getting that put up. I'd like to say by the end of February, but I want to have it up before we start posting any new content. So
I understand how that goes, because I really like your guys' background that I put up for the back of before the live started. Yeah. So I really liked your guys' graphic design there. And then I understand how it gets really busy and, with the merchandise. I'm actually kind of in that stage right now. And with YouTube, yes, it's one of those things with YouTube, you got to be ready. Because if you're not, you're going to lose people as quick as you got them.
Yeah.
Because if you don't keep creating content and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going, you're going to lose interest if you don't. So,
yeah. Right.
And with this COVID and everything that just, I can't say really past us yet, but I can at least say it's close to maybe. I don't know. I guess the states open up again.
Yeah. Indiana has been real nice. And we've actually, even through 2020, we were pretty blessed that we got to still travel quite a bit. Just following precautions and stuff like that. So I don't even remember everywhere we went last year. We actually did go
it's crazy. We did go to quite a bit of places despite the whole COVID situation. We were fortunate in that to be able to still get away with doing that. We went to quite a bit of places, probably with all the traveling that we did. The furthest location that we've went to so far we went to Wilson Castle all the way in Vermont. So from us in Indiana to Vermont was maybe practically 13 hours.
It was like
about 12, 13, something like that. But we spent like the whole weekend there. Our friend was running a paranormal event that we were a part of. A lot of it was just us investigators, along with people that are new to this, that just kind of were there to have a good time. Later in the night, we did do some investigations. But of course, I'm sure you know, the more people that you have and the more noise that's going on, the kind of less you're going to have as far as like capturing, things on EVP and whatnot.
Right.
So, I mean, aside from that, I think probably one of the other biggest locations, we really enjoyed the Detroit 6th Police Precinct. It's not super far from us. It's maybe like 3.5 hours or
That's
so?
like 2.
Okay.
2.5.
I'm wrong with my time, apparently.
I drive, so I'm the driver.
Hey, that second time, though, remember, it was me. But that place is great. We recommend anybody checking that place out. Ed Steele is the owner of it, and he is amazing. He cares very much about his location, and he's such a humble, awesome person.
Well, we also got to, we went to MadCon 4.
Yeah.
3, 4, well, one of them. And then we also got the opportunity to go down to Sweet Springs in West Virginia. So, I mean, like I said, we got out. We got to see some people. I had to go to Iowa, but for a wedding. Completely different reason. But, yeah, we went all over the place last year. And this year is honestly shaping up to be about the same.
Yeah.
We're leaving for Savannah in a couple weeks. I don't even remember what's all announced.
He can't even keep track of where I booked us at.
She does most of the bookings. Oh shoot! I know.
So
Waverly. We're going to Waverly.
Yeah, so at the end of this month, we're going to be going to Savannah, Georgia. We're going to be investigating the Sorrel Weed House with 2 of our friends in the field that are going to be down there. So we're going to spend a whole weekend there. If anything, aside from investigating there, I think we're just going to kind of do a lot of sightseeing. Yeah, like spending time with friends, sightseeing, doing things like that.
But you can't go to Savannah, Georgia, and not at least ghost hunt a little bit.
Right. Our actual investigating to where we're going to like start filming things. I'm going to butcher like our exact dates, but I just know the months. So in March, we are going to first be going to Stimson Hospital, which is up in New York, or not New York, Michigan.
Michigan.
My mind's not working tonight. So Stimson Hospital is going to be our first location.
First?
Yeah, for filming.
First?
Yes.
Kosciuszko?
No, that's second.
Oh.
Kosciuszko County Jail is going to be our second.
I just show up.
Our third location, we're actually for the first time going to be going to Waverly Hills. That one is more of like a event that we had some friends put together. So a lot of that's just going to be us kind of investigating with them, having a good time, maybe getting some B-roll in and some film.
No, I'll make something out of it.
An episode?
Well, not like our plan for like episodes, but like I'll make something out of it.
Okay.
I'll do something for Savannah too, probably.
There's that. And then
teaser, by the way.
April, we're going to be driving all the way over to Iowa. So we're going to be going to Edinburgh Manor. And I booked us for in May, my birthday month in May, Sweet Springs Sanitarium. So we are going to be going back there for a second time, filming that. Oh man, we're going to be there. I think we're going to have 3 nights, possibly 2 or 3 possible nights.
I think it's 3 days, 2 nights.
So we're going to be doing that. We are going to be part of MadCon and FCI Con. And for anybody that is not sure what that's all about, Adam Kimmel is the owner of 2 locations. There's Fairfield County Infirmary, and then there's Madison Seminary. Both of them, he holds these big events. It's for a good cause. They hold a bunch of raffles. It's a bunch of investigators and anybody really that wants to be a part of this. You can get tickets to go be, part of VIP, late overnights. with certain investigators that are the special guests there. It's amazing. We went there for the first time last year, and we met so many faces in the field that we see online every day that we've never gotten to meet in person. And you can just feel it when you go to these events like that, how connected people become when you finally meet these faces.
MadCon was amazing.
Yeah, and
well, not only that, well, I mean, I got no problem with plugging Adam Kimmel, Madison Cemetery, and FCI. They do the MadCon, and they donate quite a bit. At least at MadCon, it was $10,000 is what they raised, and they donated all of it back to the cystic fibrosis. I don't know what the foundation is, but there's a foundation that supports cystic fibrosis. Or the awareness of it, I should say. They don't support it. And then FCI, or the FCI con is what they call it. All the proceeds will go towards, I think, veterans.
I think it might have to do with that too.
I should probably know that, but I don't know exactly what it's for. I know it's veterans. I don't know if it's feeding, housing.
I believe it's
supporting.
It could possibly, well, I could be wrong, but it may be for suicide awareness too.
Could be
veterans. But that's actually going to be the first con for FCI. It'll be the very first one is going to be this year. So we're pretty excited about.
If you want to meet us,
those.
Go out there.
Yeah. So for anybody for that, we will be attending those. If you want to look up those events, we will be at both of those. We do plan on booking at other locations. We are like in the works of just kind of looking at different ones, and we want to try to like spread them out a little bit so we're not overwhelming the editor here of our episodes.
Yeah. I do work a full-time job too, and I work a lot of hours, so it's like she started booking, and it's like 3 in March, 1 in April, another one in April, end of February, and it's like, slow the hell down. I have to edit all this crap, so now we pushed it from March of premiering episodes to April of premiering episodes. That way we can just do all of it in March, and then I can start editing and like really start pounding away at it and go from there, because editing is it's insane. But yeah, he just pulled up the YouTube channel for us. We only got one video on there. Hop on there, check it out. It's kind of the taste of what we're looking for, what we're trying to go at. Give us a sub, helps us out. Definitely trying to get up in that 1,000 subs mark pretty soon would be pretty awesome, honestly. But 100, 200, that's great. Whoever we can get, whoever wants to watch our faces, that's great.
It does take a long time for YouTube to get up there for subscribers, but
yeah,
if you just share every single day on your page or something, just keep posting up about it on all different social medias, I guarantee it, you'll get there, because I think we're at 1.2, 3,000, I think.
Yeah. And it's like you mentioned too, with keeping up with content, that would be our plan, because obviously we're not going to be like back to back having like episodes just consistently. So we're going to be making, different. Hey, my cousin is in here. Hey, Katie. Love you too. She said, stalk all your live videos. I love you guys. So we plan on making, different content aside from our episodes. We have kind of ideas here and there, whether it's like goofy stuff that'll keep people laughing, to show people like who we are.
We're not the assholes everybody thinks we are. I mean, kind of, but sorry, I had to get the first one out of the way. I mean, I had to. We talk about it, so.
No, that's fine. I understand how that goes, because when you get that itch that you're like, is it ready for that time yet? Is it time for that that word yet?
I need to actually get a buzzer. That would be funny. But no, we do have. She's my social networking, just networking altogether, just finding people, talking to people, getting locations. She's the social media side. I am rather quiet on the social media side because I work a night shift. So while everybody's on here talking and chatting and having a grand old time. I'm at work, and when everybody's at work, I'm at home, trying to like just relax. So I don't do much on the social media front. I'm there. I exist in the shadows, giving likes and stuff. I can't tell you how many times we've had a guest on our own podcast that I literally became friends with them that day, just so that I could send them the link. And then they're like, we'll talk during the podcast like we're friends. And it's like, it's not like I don't want to talk to them outside of it, because usually I keep that friendship after the podcast. It's just, there's so many people.
And it's so funny because with me, not that I'm saying like I have no life and I don't have a job or anything, but I know so many people in the field and have talked to so many different people that in like teams, we have a team directory on our official website, which it is SKAREncounters.com. We have a team directory that has I think over 100 different paranormal teams from different states that can do residential cases. Since we are able to be searched on Google, we're, I think, still like on the first page of Google. So if somebody like looks us up or just looks up like paranormal teams in Indiana or something, let's say, for example, somebody manages to find our website, whether it's through Facebook or on Google, and if it's for residential case where they need help, let's say it's somebody that's states away and they realize, oh crap, these people aren't where I live. I need somebody like closer to me. They can look on our team directory specifically under a state that has regions in which these teams can assist in cases. If they still can't find one, or if they're kind of confused on how to really like look for the proper team, they can still email us or find us on Facebook. We've got friends in the field that will sometimes message me, and I'll help them out with finding a team if they have a residential case that's been brought to their attention that they can't help with. So I still do that, even though we don't help, or I should say we don't help.
We don't help people anymore.
We don't do residential cases anymore, but we still will sometimes get people that will contact us, and I'm more than happy to still find outlets. And that's the beauty of being in the field too, is that you have that knowledge and you do enough social networking with people to where, hey, I know this team in this state, in this city. I know this person that's a founder. They're reputable. Like, I have those connections with people to still be able to help others if they need help with a residential case.
What she said.
By any chance, is there a way we can get in that book or in that directory?
Yep, we still have our website up. So,
well, I mean, to be honest, though, I don't know what the future of the website's going to be.
He has a point. So, we pay for the website yearly, and our yearly subscription, I believe, is going to be up. I think
either
it's
May or June or
July.
It's
going to be coming up. Yeah, maybe in like June or July is when it comes up. But like in the meantime, I can still add more teams. I don't know after that point what we're going to do, because as you know, we're trying to steer away from being called SKAR Encounters and specifically change to the Haunted Ones. But Facebook is kind of an asshole and is not letting us change our Facebook page name.
Right.
Nothing's been working. It keeps declining it no matter how much I'm trying. And it sucks because we put a lot of work into this page, and we have over 5,000 followers on our page. And to give it all up is like really, really cringy for me. But at the same time, I may reach a point where I just might say, screw it.
Well,
we're just going to make a page.
The reason I say I'm not sure what's going to happen, we'll definitely keep it a possibility. So basically, when the website's up, if they allow us to change the domain name from SKAREncounters.com to thehauntedOnes.com or whatever, then we will probably just switch it over and then keep the directory for other people, and then just like redesign the website itself. But if they don't, and the reason being behind that, because if you want to change your Facebook name and you keep getting denied like we do, the best way to go about doing it, from what I've read online and actually from Facebook themselves, if you link to an official website, then usually they'll allow it. So if we could change the name of the website when the domain's up, then we can change the name of the Facebook page, hopefully. But
that's actually kind of funny. Not funny for you guys or us, but I actually just helped my sister create her own music page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there was a little bit of technicality errors in the business name. Well, I tried to change it. I haven't changed it before. Like, this would be the first time. They didn't even allow me to. It said error. It won't even, like a red box came up. So I think it might be a bug in the system with Facebook, because I noticed with a lot of people they've been having issues with Facebook.
Facebook is a bug. All of Facebook is a bug. I hate Facebook. I love Facebook because it allows me to connect with people I served with, my family that live all over the place, and it allows me to meet all these awesome people that I keep meeting, and also some of the not so awesome people that I keep meeting. But that's a lot of stories actually, but we're not going to get into those ones. But I hate Facebook because my own mother actually just like suspended her account because she's so fed up with all the bull crap that's on it lately. And it's both sides. I mean, you're talking politically and, just the climate of the world. And, then you dig into the paranormal drama and bullshit. And it's like, it's exhausting. So like literally if I'm getting on Facebook, I'm scrolling like this. I'm ignoring so much. And it's just like, oh, funny meme. Scroll. Funny meme. Like I had to bring it to that because it just beats you down and it tears you down so much. But now anymore, man, I spend most of my time either because I do photography too. So I'm either doing photography, editing photos, editing video, doing the graphic design stuff lately. It's always something. So I don't even really I don't know.
And that's the funny part is I actually used to do a majority of our graphic design work, like for our pages, whether it was like our banner, stuff like I built our website, I put all that stuff on there. And now it's like we kind of just, I don't know, I kind of like handed that role over to him because he seems to know what he's doing. Like the background that you have right now, like I made that as like a banner, but he actually made our faces and all that look cool like that. Yeah, I put that one together. But our actual logo, like for this, and then finding, I can't even put, here we go. All of that
hasn't moved in months.
All of that was made by him. I didn't do any of that. So I'm pretty impressed with what he ended up putting together for us. Not gonna lie.
YouTube. I spend more time on YouTube than I do anything else in the world. Like between watching tutorials, watching people do different things. I mean, anything from like reviews on cameras to how to work them, how to edit photos, videos, how to work software. Because I use Adobe, and if you've edited video, Adobe is like stupid difficult, but it's worth it. I love it. So that's where. Because I mean, I do so much of like different things, like with these. Well, not this one, but I did with other stuff. Illustrator, Premiere Pro. I use Photoshop. I use Camera Raw, Lightroom, Bridge. I literally have to pay for all of it because I use like 80% of it. So
I know exactly where you're coming from. Like me and you can relate pretty much because I'm actually a photographer myself, and I'm into graphic designing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Adobe, Photoshop, and what is that one? Premiere.
Yeah.
Are like stupid dumb. I'm not going to even lie. Like it's a pain in the arse to be able to figure out what you need to, click on. So you know what? Like you said, YouTube. Well, where do I go to watch my videos? YouTube. You can literally learn everything on YouTube nowadays.
Pretty much. That's why I don't believe in college.
I was just saying,
if you want to be a doctor, go to college, please.
Well, yeah, for a doctor, don't watch YouTube videos. It's not recommended.
That would not be good.
Not yet, at least. Give it another 5 to 10 years. They'll have doctorate programs on YouTube. You can take Yale courses online or on YouTube.
Oh,
You know, I wonder if anybody from college live videotape their professors in
Yeah,
doctor school.
That was completely serious. I actually have Yale course studies saved under my playlist from like years ago from behavioral health and like psychology classes and stuff like that. They just had free courses, so I was like, oh, cool, I'll watch these. I mean, there wasn't a test or anything, of course. I'm a nerd. I like to learn stupid shit.
I mean, you know, it's always useful. I mean, everything that you do is pretty much could be useful to you in the world. When you're either investigating daily life, I mean, anything that you do is pretty much a learning curve.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like my sister says, you pretty much have to fail before you become like rising star.
Oh well, I mean, failing something, I've done a lot of that. Pretty good.
It tends to happen to the best of us, you know.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I mean, like everybody says, Facebook is just another high school all over again.
Yeah.
It's just high school drama all over.
I had a lot of fun in high school, though. So I mean,
yeah, we've had better experiences in high school, I guess. But
I would hope so. I mean, except for me, I guess.
yeah, like, for us, you know, like I said, it's one of those. I don't know. Like I really like made a lot of changes with my own like personal page. I went from just like having thousands of people on there where, you know, I'm just kind of adding random people left and right. You know, if I see, oh, okay, they're in the paranormal field or they seem like somebody that has a lot of mutual friends or whatnot, I'd put them on there. You know, I was in a lot of paranormal groups and everything, but just sometimes I just get fed up with all of it and having all of it on my feed and the negativity and all that. And so that's why I just kind of hit a point where, you know, I kind of miss having it more actually personal, kind of like how my life used to be before I even got into the field. So, and it wasn't even anything against a lot of these people that I did unfriend. A lot of them I just didn't know, never heard from them. So I just unfriended a lot of people, kept more of like friends and family and paranormal friends as well that we've worked with, that we talked to, or that we like met. I keep them on there. But I think our goal, if anything, more primarily, like I said, is once we start our YouTube series up, is to get hopefully like more of a fan base that way, instead of relying on Facebook so much. You know, and Instagram might be another good plug. I have to get a little bit more familiar with Instagram. Like I'm just used to putting photos up there with a couple of hashtags and then I'm done. I don't know how to do like any of the live stuff, any of that.
Well, I don't want to do live stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out my hair issue going on over here. I don't know. Instagram, I've been struggling with Instagram. It's something that's been new to me. I never used to really use it. I just kind of got into the photography thing. So it's kind of, I'm learning about hashtags. I didn't know hashtags where I actually did anything. I had no clue.
Yeah.
You know, exactly. I didn't even know that myself about hashtags.
So now I'm like,
until I started using them.
Right. And now on Instagram, you know, when I post a picture, I usually get, you know, 2, 3, 4 followers. But it used to be like I'd get 1 or 2 every couple, you know, pictures I'd post. So I just try to go in and see, you know, I look at stuff that I'm interested in, and then I find a picture that I like, and I look at what they're hashtagging, and I try to remember some of those. I wish they had more of a user friendly, so I didn't have to, you know, actually remember them. But no, I mean, it's Instagram can definitely be really, really good. I'm learning that Facebook is honestly, it's probably one of the worst platforms right now. And we haven't even talked about it yet, but I'll throw it up here. And now I have considered Twitter.
Oof.
For the haunted ones. I don't tweet. I've never had a Twitter. I've never tweeted a tweet or twatted a tweet. I don't know. But I've been thinking about it. I know it's big. It's still getting bigger. And with Facebook going downhill, I think those other platforms are going to start going up. I should probably get stock in them too. That'd be probably a good idea.
I'm going to comment off of about Twitter. We actually have a Twitter,
Mhm.
and I'm not going to lie to you. Twitter blew up faster than Instagram did.
Really?
Oh, that's good to know.
I'm like literally. I mean, it's not that high yet because we just started our Twitter, but I think we're at like 420 followers,
Really?
and we like just literally started it this year.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't really do much on it. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm more of a Facebook because that's where most of our clientele is from, or most of our fans are from. But if Facebook ever fell off the face of the earth, I think between the two of Twitter or Instagram, I would have to say Twitter.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but if Facebook fails, Instagram's going down too. They're one of the
yeah, because Facebook owns Instagram. I forgot about that.
Right.
Yeah.
So Twitter would just, I mean, they just have to make it
We'd have to
better.
get used to it, I guess.
Well, it would be either Twitter or MySpace or whatever that is now.
Hell yeah, bring MySpace back.
I know, right?
Tom's actually doing very well for himself. A few weeks ago, I got curious. I actually looked up like his net worth, and a lot higher than I thought. He kept investing into new things, and he still does web development and web design and stuff like that too. So he's like a lot of money. Like it's like either $48 million or like 400 something $million. It starts with 4 and there's a million, but I don't remember if it's tens of millions or hundreds of millions. But yeah, he's doing pretty well for himself.
Well, like even like my yearbook, what happened to that? It turned into Meet Me. Now it's a dating site. I'm like,
holy shit! You are older than I thought, because that was, oh man, I was
a baby.
No, I was in high school. Shut your mouth. I was in high school when my yearbook came out, and then I had one.
Yep.
And I didn't go on it for a long time, and then I go on it again, and it was Meet Me, and I was like,
yep.
What the hell is Meet Me? So I was like, I didn't realize it was a dating site, so I was actually on it, and I actually did meet somebody from that. Don't worry.
I didn't even know that this was a thing. What you guys are talking about right now?
This would have been literally probably 10 years ago. Maybe 8 or 9, maybe 8 or 9 since I used it last as Meet Me. But oh man, nah.
Yeah, I'm 27 years old, so I mean I'm not too old, but I'm up there. I'm getting to the 30s, so.
Well, I'm about to be 32 in May, so I'm the old one here apparently. Story of my life, because he just turned 29.
My beardy is like 80 something in bearded dragon years, so I mean,
jeez,
he's still a kitten. Yeah, he hangs out on my. I probably shouldn't move this because it's gonna be a bitch, but
yeah, that's his hangout.
He's gonna blow up. He's gonna fry my computer one day, but nothing I can do. He won't get down.
It's literally gonna overheat one of these times.
What's gonna overheat it?
I actually have to. I got like 3 fans in the front and 1 up top, and then 2 on the back. But I need to like put more on the back because I can't. I'm not gonna be able to move him.
Well, that seems like interesting. You guys seem like you guys got a big schedule ahead of you guys. Like you're traveling a lot.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be busy.
And then especially having all those fans switching over, I can see where the switchover would be a pain.
Yeah.
That's why I thought about switching names too, but I was like, yeah, probably not. I don't want to start all over.
And you know what really is the kicker to it that like blows my mind is how easy it was for me to switch our name on Instagram. I easily, within seconds, I changed the whole name, everything on there. The link, all of that is different.
Yeah.
And Facebook, for some reason, has an issue.
So YouTube actually would have given us a little bit of an issue as well, just because of the email. So we didn't spend a lot of time on YouTube with SKAR Encounters. So I just said, screw it. We only had like 158 subscribers. So I just said, screw it, just deleted it. I'm leaving the email up for now because it's also tied to the website and the Facebook, and I need that email. But I just deleted the YouTube altogether, made a new email with our new name, and then made the YouTube account with that. But it's funny because the email address is spelled differently, because thehauntedOnes@gmail.com apparently is taken by somebody. I don't know who, but that's taken. So we didn't think about that when we came up with the name. So we struggled for a little bit. We tried to go the Haunted Ones 666 because cliche, I know, but neither one of us are Satan worshipers, so don't worry. That one was apparently taken, but the S right there, well, it's the only S. I didn't have to point. I just changed it to a Z and put the 666 on the end, and it worked. So I was like, all right. So our email address is slightly different than our actual name, but you get the point.
You know, that's actually, it's when you're doing this kind of stuff, when you're creating these kind of things, it's really hard to, I mean, some of it, do you really want to turn it into an actual business, or like, do you just want to keep it like a hobby kind of thing? So you will never know. If you don't want to turn it into a business, you'll never know if the name's taken or not, unless you do like go to the like for us, we have to go to the Minnesota Secretary of State site, whatever, to be able to check out the names to see if the name availability is open.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really on really how you want to, your preferences are, pretty much. Do you want to turn it into a business and do all the filing, or do you want to just keep it as like a YouTube hobby like most YouTubers do?
It'll definitely be a hobby.
Yeah.
And if the YouTube channel generates any money, which I don't expect to get rich. I don't expect to be famous or anything like that. But if I can make a couple $100 every couple months, then yeah, hell yeah. It'll pay for our adventures. I mean, if we can make several grand, that'd be awesome. I'm not going to quit my job.
Yeah.
Unless we're by some absolute miracle, we'd completely blow up. I mean, I'm not in this for fame and fortune. I'm not in this for recognition. I enjoy it. I enjoy editing. I enjoy going to these locations and putting something up there, even if it's just for us to watch in 15 years. But if I've always said on every single podcast it comes up, if I can quit my job and do something I enjoy, yeah, I'm going to do it. Like if Travel Channel calls and, they are allowing to be not fake and keep your creative rights and, all that kind of good stuff that you want, and pay me enough and her enough separately, yeah, for sure. My job sucks. Nothing's keeping me there. Well, except for health insurance. I might have to go part-time. But that's
regardless. Yeah, this is to us always going to be more of a hobby, something we just enjoy doing. We want to be able to have fun, get the experience. We enjoy the travels and going to these amazing locations.
And meeting people.
Yeah, like I
met
like
some pretty amazing people.
I like the adrenaline rush that I get out of it, out of feeling, nervous, especially when we challenge ourselves and, I'll go by myself in like big areas for quite a bit of time and, test the limits. And, I'd like to think we make an interesting duo as well, because he's a skeptic and I'm not a skeptic. So I think it's a good combination to have. To be able to have, whether it's on a team, duo, whatever, to have a skeptic, I think is important. So you don't always go everywhere and have somebody saying, oh my God, I felt this, I saw this place is definitely haunted. You're going to have somebody that's going to like be able to be like, is it though? And be able to like debunk things more easily. So I think it's a nice combination.
Exactly. You would rather have a like a good combination instead of like maybe having the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not the skeptic that goes, ghosts aren't real. I'm not the Shane Madej. I am the skeptical believer. I know that there are things in this world that I almost accidentally quoted Zach Bagans. There are occurrences that happen that I don't know why. That's better. I don't want to get you sued.
Wait, what about the sued part?
I said I don't want to get you sued.
Wait,
I
you
almost
saying
quoted.
something could get me sued?
I don't know. I'm just being a smartass.
Oh,
quoting something.
I inadvertently almost quoted Zach Bagans on his intro. It probably
I was just wanted to make sure because we still have to practice our First Amendment, freedom of speech.
Oh right, yeah. No, I believe that there are things that happen. I don't know why. I don't know what they are. That's why I do it. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So, like, I have been grabbed and touched and poked twice. I said 3 things, but it only happened twice. I can't figure out if it was my own imagination, if it was just a muscle twitch, a spasm, whatever, or if something legit came up and poked me in the back of the head while I was peeing, because that was one of them. So that's where I'm the skeptical believer. I'm going to try every avenue of disproving it. And if I can't disprove it, then it goes into that I don't know category. And it would literally take probably a ghost coming up to me and being like, "What's up, bro?" And then just like disappearing for me to be like, "That's it. I'm not a skeptic anymore."
Okay, so you paranormal investigate, but you're still skeptical too.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're actually kind of like my like our team's videographer and photographer. He joined the team and he's skeptical of the paranormal too. But he had that one occurrence already on his very first investigation. Well, I can't say first investigation because he went up to Nopium before, but before, yeah, that's we're trying to get into that place for this year. We've been trying to hunt down whoever to contact for that because that's been on my list for a while.
Is it Nopamine?
Yeah, that I never can pronounce names right. So if I ever say a name wrong, just let me know. I'll fix it right away.
I wouldn't have been able to help you there.
It's a sanatorium,
Yeah.
whatever. Nope. Nopamine.
Nopamine or Nopium. No,
Oh.
I don't know exactly, but all I can tell you is
in Duluth.
Yep.
Nopamine.
I guess it's a famous location that I guess ghost hunters and ghost adventures and ghost hunters went to.
Yeah, so I found their website. That's usually what I find to be the best option. Let's see, there's a quick links for filming. Yeah, you just got to send your request via email to info@nopamine.com. Easy enough.
I kind of want to do a documentary or some kind of video of some sort instead of just doing just like a live investigation.
Yeah.
Kind of want to turn it into some kind of like an episode or like you guys kind of have like a YouTube series because when we do our investigations, we always post it on YouTube. So I mean, they're always there anyways, but most of them are not more than an hour. You know, they're all short. So maybe do like an hour-long episode or something at that location and turn it into a bit like an event.
I can tell you though, in all honesty, us as humans tend to have short attention spans and can be lazy. So we find that a lot of the times people don't take the initiative to watch enough videos, especially when they see it's going to be like an hour or more, which is another reason why we decided when we do our episodes, at most we might do like 35 minutes or something like that. But we definitely find it seems like a majority of people are more prone to watch things that are much shorter. So I mean, yeah, there are some people that have successfully been able to, put things out there that have been more than 35 minutes long, or maybe even an hour and a half or 2 hours long. I think if you have a good fan base and a good following, that's very possible to have no issue with that. But like, if you're in our position where you're like new with all this, we're like, we're just going to keep it short until we kind of like build up, and then we'll kind of, see what happens after that. So
I was just reading through some of the disclaimers on Nopaming. As cool as the place looks and sounds, do your homework, looking through their disclaimers. Any video, photo, audio that you capture on an investigation is property of Nopaming Sanitarium, and you are not allowed to use it. So, they also don't do overnight investigations according to their website. They just do day tours and night tours. You would have to probably pay big money, maybe $1,000 or more, to actually hopefully convince them to let you stay the night. Mm-hmm. But local laws and policies, in either in Minnesota or Duluth or whatever, might not let them actually do overnights. So definitely do the homework there, and just check out the website and see what you can do. I mean, it would have been on my radar too, but once I saw that you can't use any of the footage, it's like, nah, you can't tell me I can't, that something I shoot is yours, because no.
I did see their website, but I did not see about the disclaimers. So I'm glad that you did bring that up. I did see where you could do the filming part, where the section is. And then at the homepage, they talked about how Ghost Adventures was there. But, with them, they have the travel channel that pretty much pays for all of this, for doing all their investigating. Like the Cecil Hotel in, I think it's California, I believe?
San Francisco.
So,
yeah.
Or, San Francisco. So, like on Discovery Plus, I'm pretty sure they are paying them good money to be able to go out there, to be able to rent out the whole location. By themselves.
Yeah. And
I'm pretty sure they're not going to shut down a busy hotel for just one team.
I actually have a theory about the whole Cecil Hotel. So I'm not going to put names of locations or even dollar amounts out there, but I have heard from people that we are friends with that either own or run different locations. They've told me different things on price tags. It'll make you sick. But I mean, I'm all for it, because especially for those location owners, because they're putting that money back in the location. I wish they charged more. I mean, honestly, not to everybody else, not to us, but those travel channel people, like, they got the deep pockets. They're making millions. Charge them. But so Cecil Hotel, what I'm thinking is looking at their building, looking at the state of the outside and the inside, they're hurting. They're hurting bad, especially with coronavirus. In California, they are probably having maybe a couple dozen guests a night. It's probably cheaper for them to shut down for a full week and take that, I don't know, 40, 50 grand. That's just a random number. It's not based off of anything, but just taking that money instead for a full week, because they'll make more. Maybe it was 100 grand. I don't know, but that would explain why they did 2 episodes and they aired it separately from the seasons before. It wasn't season 24. It was the Cecil Hotel. It was like 2 standalone episodes. That's
so they did split it. So kind of like Edinburgh Edinburgh Manor. I guess I was told, because that was like our second location that we've been to.
Mhm.
And we were told that they were there for like 7 days, but only was videoed for only like 30 minutes or so for that whole 7 days.
Yeah. So they'll usually stay on location for up to a week.
Okay, so that's how they like get their evidence and stuff, stay for a whole week just to try to see what they can actually all capture instead of like most of us
I-
only go to places for like 1 or 2 days.
Now
Yeah.
I can't say that it's like that on every single time, or that it's always a week. But it takes time to run the DVR cameras to get the local, the film people, you know, Zach, Aaron, Jason, not Jason, Jay. I'm missing one. Whatever.
Billy.
Billy. They're probably not there for a week. It's probably producers and historians, photographers, videographers. They're shooting their B-roll, and they're already starting on their editing. They're going through everything and they're editing, and then Zach and them come in with everybody there. They come in, do their bit, do their interviews, and then they leave. That's just, if I was a producer, that's how I would do it. Because it probably would cost them more money to have the Zach Bagans on location for a week. But, and that's what sucks is myself and you and, anybody else with a regular day job that doesn't make stupid amount of money, you get one night. Sometimes it's only 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. If you're lucky, you get a full 12. That's rare. So, we have to make magic basically in a 12-hour time period. So it helps to know who you're talking to, like to just be honest with the location owners and be like, look, can we just get an extra 3 hours, 4 hours? Can we, come down during the day and, shoot some B-roll and then come back for the actual investigation where we go inside, just talk, be a salesman, sell yourself, sell who you are, sell what you do. I actually sucked in sales, but we've been kind of lucky on the networking side of things. So,
So we do have roughly 3 minutes left of the show. Is there any experience that you guys had investigating any of these locations that you guys are still like, do I still want to continue? Because that kind of was a little either shaky, or are you still just kind of mind blown?
I haven't.
We both could probably agree as far as like the best evidence that we've gotten, but it didn't scare us whatsoever. It didn't make us think, oh my God, do I want to do this anymore? If anything, it makes us want to do this more. Is we've been to so many different places where it has been quiet, or we've maybe had trigger objects, different things here and there going off. That's cool and everything. But when you get an actual full sentence EVP from a basic recorder, I'm not talking a spirit box or any of that, an actual just basic recorder. When you get something like that.
Why do you always call my recorders basic?
Because it is basic. It's like $30.
It was 40 and it's Sony.
Not a DR60 is my point. It's just a basic recorder. So the Detroit 6th Police Precinct, the reason why we talk so highly of that place is because that is the very first location we've ever gotten a full sentence EVP. And we know it was not anybody else. It was just me and him in this jail cell. Our team members at the time were in the basement area. These walls and floors, everything is thick. You're not going to hear anything. And you could hear a voice whispering a full sentence, and you could understand what they were saying. And it sounded like they were close to me and him. And the fact that we didn't hear it as it was recording, we didn't have a reaction to that, is what kind of like blew our minds too. So I think after we had that happen was where we're like, okay, like we want to keep doing this. We're not at the point where we're just kind of like bored with this and thinking, oh, well, we're just kind of doing this for no reason. Ghosts may not exist.
So it wasn't kind of like that experience like I had when I first started, where I was kind of hesitant. Like before, see, I was more interested in it ever since this happened to me about that creeper. I don't know if you guys know anything about a creeper at all.
I know, like, are you talking about the thing that goes underneath the car? Is a mechanic?
No.
Are you talking about like something that crawls around in a haunted location? I'm guessing the latter.
No, it crawls around locations with red glowing eyes, and it's about 8 feet tall.
Where's
not
that?
taller. Well, see, I was at my home where I used to live,
Mhm.
and it happened to me. And it happened to me once, and it hasn't happened ever since. And that was like when I was 15, 16 years old. So that's kind of where I started into the paranormal. And I was
Mhm.
like, all right. Yes, that was scary as shit. I'm not going to lie. But I was like, okay, time to get serious. It's time to find out what's really happening here, because that's unexplained. And there's no reason for it to crawl up the wall, crawl into the ceiling, and then disappear.
Yeah, that would creep me out.
She would have pooped or something.
I don't know. I probably did, to be honest. I mean, well, see, it was weird because it woke me up out of my sleep, and I get up in the middle of the night and I look, and boom, it's right there in front of my face. How like you could definitely feel like I felt like my heart skipped a beat for a couple minutes or like a couple seconds. But
yeah, oof, I'm not good with things that crawl. I wouldn't have been able to handle that, I don't think.
That's why I came up with the idea of like, have you ever had that experience where it would ever make you think or thought about, okay, this ain't my kind of job, kind of thing. That's why I asked about that, because that's what happened to me.
I would probably have to be picked up and thrown down the stairs, or her being physically harmed, or I can't even say possession.
I've been emotionally affected at locations, but as far as like emotionally affected, it's one of those things where it's like, how do I explain it without like making myself sound crazy?
She's an empath. She feels emotions. She gets sad.
I mean, if you do have some form of abilities, you are, you're more prone to being affected, whether it's negatively, positively, whatever, you may pick up on. Sometimes you may not even have something that comes back home with you. It's just things happen while you're at that location. I've had experiences that made me have to like go outside of the area to kind of like ground myself and like be okay again. But I wasn't really like the type that backed out and was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I can't do this anymore. I would always just ground myself and go right back to it and continue to do what I do.
Actually, to be honest, we actually do have an empath on our team too. So, I know what you're talking about with the feelings, because I actually kind of like, sometimes I can walk into locations and be like, it's just so sad. What is going on? Why does it feel so like depressing or angry? Sometimes I can just pick that up with my other teammate. But then also on other things, I want you guys to tell me what you think this could be. Every time I go to a location, all right, I ask a question to one of the spirits, like with the EMF, or even on a live. I did it on a live video. Can you make that EMF go to yellow after I asked a question? And like immediate response, it lights up. Like, is that like a a particular gift or something, because when anybody else on the team asks a question, they don't get really a response that quick like that.
I think really it depends. At least this is my thoughts on it. I believe that it depends how much energy the spirit has and puts into devices, as well as how much us as the living in that environment, how much energy we're putting into what's going on. I feel like if you have a lot of energy into what you're doing, and you're not just kind of like completely dead, this is, like him going in there thinking this is bull crap, I don't believe in any of this. If you go in with that mindset and you're not open-minded and you're not like trying really hard to communicate with the spirits and tuning in with them, I feel like if you're not creating that energy there with them, then you're not gonna really be catching much of anything. So sometimes I do believe it's that. Other times it could maybe even be, it's possible that the spirit or spirits may feel connected with you particularly. I've had that actually happen with me, where we've been to locations where I've used devices and had things intelligently responding, and then like with other people, it wasn't really doing it so much. And of course, I still slightly have a skeptical side to me too. So I'd be sitting there like, okay, well, maybe just a coincidence. So I try out different things, move, the trigger items in different areas of the room or whatnot. See if maybe it was just a glitch or something going on with the equipment. I just try to do things like that. But really, yeah, like I said, I don't know. I think it really just depends when you go in, your energy as well as the spirit's energy, between everything. And I don't know if you agree with me or.
Yeah, she got it. You got it.
Actually, I do agree with you on that part. And Rich, he's from Lost Souls in the Shadows Paranormal Team, LLC. They were actually the ones that we were live with at the location that we're going to be in Wisconsin. And he was literally watching it happen right after I said something. The light literally flickered and stayed on a solid flat line on a yellow. So
now,
that's why I asked. It was the EMF meter K2.
Oh, okay.
So it was, see, we have a digital one, and then we also have like the old school with just the lights.
Yeah.
I call it the old school EMF because like that's pretty much the old school one.
Yeah.
I like to use the old school one compared to the digital because it's so damn noisy. It likes to beep too much.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. We don't have one of the new ones. We got two of the old ones. But man, as far as like electro stuff, oh hell. I mean, we've got the EDI, which damn near a gift. We got another one. Oh, Melmeter.
Oh yeah, Melmeter. Yep. If that's what you have, that's actually a good one too.
Oh, I mean, I'm not going to go through all of our equipment. It's literally in a pile right there, right on the other side.
We have like 3 cases with different equipment, but frankly, we more than half the time anymore, we don't even use all of them, if not even half of them.
Cat balls.
Cat balls. We love using them. We like sticking to basic. I personally love trigger objects, especially for entertainment purposes, whether you are investigating live, for people to watch while you're there, or even when you're putting like a film together. I feel like when you're communicating with spirits and you have trigger objects, and if they're responding intelligently by touching and making like certain objects going off, I feel like that's awesome for viewers to be able to see. I know one of our.
I really like his qualities, so I'm going to go ahead and plug him and give him a shout out. Paratronics. Look him up on Facebook. This is the Ghost Tunes. It's made by Alan Whitmore, but Ghosttronics. It is a paranormal music box that is for your
way.
Person. It's not. We used to have one of those super expensive like ones, but.
The coffin shaped ones that are like $500 almost. This was half price.
actually less than half.
Yeah.
But they're
Sure.
amazing. It doesn't work in in the same manner. Let's get that right there, to where like if you cross right here, it goes off. It uses Doppler radar, and it's actually got a longer range, so you could move back here, over here, over here. It's not the sensor, it's radar. So if you move, it'll go off, and it's actually got kind of a hold on.
Creepy music to it.
Right. It's badass. I love this thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the fact that it can be set off in any area around it rather than just like that front sensor,
There we go.
like the, expensive ones that you have to rely on. So this is our newest baby and we have not used it quite yet. We're excited to be able to use it when we start filming. So again, for anybody who is not familiar with it, definitely look up this brand. Or, if you don't have him on your Facebook, make sure to add Alan Whitmore. He is the creator.
I'm sure he loves
guy.
that. Send him all the friend requests.
I know we're going to have to send this link, be like, look, we just put a plug in for you, buddy.
I would actually like to get my hands on one, to be honest.
He makes all sorts of equipment, and honestly, a lot of it is affordable. So definitely look him up.
I will have to definitely do that. I actually wrote it down right here, and right after I get off this live, I'm actually going to go do that because, with that music box, back in the time frame when you're investigating these places back in the 1800s, 1900s, we didn't really have that kind of music.
Yeah.
Or like the music that we have now today. So they kind of had that kind of jewelry boxes, music boxes, kind of stuff like that back in the day, and it's a good trigger object.
Yeah.
For those kind of spirits from that era to be able to communicate. But we have ran out of time for the rest of the show tonight, but I do want to say thank you so much for the haunted ones, Scott and Amanda, for coming on tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having
anytime. We would love to. We always like to communicate with our fellow paranormal investigators out there in the world because, like we were talking about in the beginning, there's too much paradrama, okay? We need more para-unity. What happened to like it used to be back in the day where everybody was getting along and nobody was fighting, like everybody, like other teams were just communicating, sharing evidence together instead of, my team's better than your team, ha 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 ha. No, get rid of that bullshit. Okay, I'm just going to be blunt, honest, and stick together. We all do the same field here. There's nobody that's better than anybody.
Exactly.
We're all in it to be spookified. That's the way I look at it. So,
right. If you don't think of it that way, then you probably shouldn't be in this field because you're going to have a bad time.
Exactly. And I just want to say thank you so much again. We will communicate with you guys again about possibly setting up another date, maybe right before you premiere your first episodes, and then we can just give a little sneak peek clip of like your episode. So just to let everybody know, stay spooky, and we will see everybody again for next Friday. We will have a co-host. Her name's Stephanie, and we will be speaking with the Haunted Villa Mansion, or Vale Mansion, sorry.
Ooh,
nice.
That's a good one. Heard that one.
So we're going to talk to them and get some more information about that because that's our next trip for our road trip in 2021.
Sweet.
Nice. Look forward to it.
Yes. And like I said, thank you everybody for coming in tonight. And remember, stay spooky.